cranky child, overwhelmed adult, can't make yourself do the next task, aren't sure how to move forward. Inner voice.
Mindy, I am the owner of Life Gets Better, and I wanted to take a few minutes to tell you how I use AO scan in my practice and why I love it for the office. So the very first reason is this tool allows me to help clients connect the dots. So I don't know what kind of practice that you have or how you work with clients, but in some respects, it doesn't matter. Part of what we do, no matter what the modality, is we help our clients and customers see what is happening in their body and what we offer to make a change. And there's dots along the road that connect what is happening or what has happened and what they need to move on. There's also dots that lead up to the bad thing, the symptom, the reason that they're sitting in the chair across from you. And so a lot of times people will question, well, how did that happen? Why am I eating the same thing as my husband and he's not having the problems that I'm having? Why is my sister not having this symptom and I'm having this symptom? Whatever it is, I did this before and I never had this kind of pain. So for me, the AO scan, which has an entire wellness center in your hand for one thing, but it allows me to show someone on a frequency level what is happening in their body. As you unlock the database even more, you can show them how long something has been happening in their body, and help them connect the dots to emotions, thoughts, foods, and more. And so it's an invaluable tool for me for that, because without x-rays, we don't see inside the body for the most part. It doesn't require blood tests. It doesn't require MRIs. I can literally run a different scan and show the parts of the knee and show which areas have inflammation. I can show which part of the digestive system may have decreased function. I can show hormones and show which ones are elevated or deficient, and help them understand the connection between cortisol, stress, insulin, etc. So for me, that is an amazing tool to connect the dots for clients. The second reason that I love this tool is it's simple, inexpensive, and non-invasive. So that's really a 3-for-1, but it's in your office, it's in your hands. It's in your hands if you're not in your office. But you don't have to send out to labs. You don't necessarily have to order blood work. The dots that we talked about before are in the scans. Now, again, this is not diagnosing, treating, or prescribing. I don't do any of those things in my practice. I educate, I inform, I provide resources, and I put the people in charge of their own bodies. So we can educate them. Like I said, connect the dots. Every day, your cortisol levels go up in the morning. Why? Because we are supposed to get up, get moving, move our body, digest our food, and get on with the day. But I don't have to do a finger prick to test somebody's blood glucose. What I can do is have a scan run to show a pattern, right? if I'm working on someone with physical therapy and they're complaining about their elbow hurting and nothing is showing up as broken, there isn't redness or swelling, etc., we can run a scan on the elbow and see that it's a tendon. We can see that it's the muscle. We can see where it is. Is it in this part or is it in this part, etc., etc. I don't know all those technical names because I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physical therapist. But the scanner knows, and the scanner can point to it. And you, as a practitioner, can use that information for the modalities that you practice, right? And it's not invasive. This can be done through the quantum field. So I can scan you if I'm in Kansas and you are in Alaska. I can scan you if you're sick and you can't come into my office and help you along with whatever is happening for you at the time. So you don't have to go into another office. You don't have to go into an office with sick people or that doesn't accept your insurance or whatever. You can look at the scans. You can use the information. Your clients can use the information to make more informed decisions. And finally, one last thing about that non-invasive bit. I don't mean to say that labs are bad or that you shouldn't have the x-ray or that you shouldn't order somebody to go have another test. However, like I said, this is simple and inexpensive. It doesn't cost you as a practitioner anything extra to run another scan. You can run 15 scans on a client in a session at no additional cost to you. It's just the basic subscription cost monthly. So, however, if you are a practitioner who wants to get the most for their clients without causing them to spend thousands of dollars chasing rabbits, you can hone in on what really needs to be tested, right? Like I was saying, if there's something going on in the elbow, or you think it's the elbow because that's where the pain is, but you scan the shoulder, the arm, the elbow, the wrist, and really it's referred pain. It's more of a bone in the forearm than the actual elbow itself. Instead of going and causing somebody to go have an x-ray of the elbow when they need an x-ray of the forearm, you saved your clients money. That's going to make you a better resource in their eyes, right? Or if it's you know, a tweak on a blood test of some kind or other, or a more narrow focused, less expensive blood test than paying for the whole CBC panel, right? To investigate. So I know that there is a place for allopathics and Western medicines and all of the kinds of tests. That's why we have them. I'm grateful for them. However, I am not the type of person as a client or a practitioner who wants to continually order tests and continually have clients who have to spend money and use up insurance for those sorts of things. So the last little bit, I don't treat, but I do optimize. What does that even mean, right? So the scanner function in several of the different scans, vitals, which is like a CBC panel, body systems, which is like x-rays, MRIs, CAT scans, that sort of thing. In those two areas are comprehensive, which is a combination of all of those things. You can scan, which is looking for imbalances, and then optimize. So it's sending a balancing supportive frequency to anything that it found as an imbalance. There is no blood test that does that, right? You go in to see if your cholesterol is high. They draw the blood, few days, few hours, few weeks, whatever. Somebody calls you, says the results of your test are X, and you need to come in and see the doctor, right? With the scan and optimize, your body is receiving, or the client's body is receiving, a balancing frequency for that situation. Could be high blood pressure. It could be liver enzymes. It could be tendons in the knee. Whatever the imbalance is, there is a frequency that will support it to return to homeostasis, to return to the state of a frequency of a healthy organ, cell, tissue,